You're probably not finding love because you're the problem, and God is protecting other people from you.
Why is it that every time my brain manages to etch-a-sketch away any conscious memory of Conserva Ken's existence here, he pops back up in my goddamn feed? Like a living, breathing version of the game. Remember the game where the whole point is to not think about the game and you all just lost because now you're thinking about the game? Yeah, John McEntee is like the almost human version of that, except when you remember he exists, part of your soul dies. I gotta give him some credit for this one though, because I tend to lean atheist, but when a dude who is so pathetically single he couldn't even get a date because he worked for Donald Trump and was just genuinely awful in every conceivable way. So in an attempt to find his own little mud cricket, you know, the girls that those conservative dudes are always obsessed with, bleached blonde, more makeup than the drag queens that they think are ruining America. Their entire personality is trying to be spank bank material for 60-year-old men whose wives left them. Basically like if Agent Smith was based on Tommy Lauren. Those girls. He wanted to find one of them because his real doll wasn't meeting his emotional needs anymore, so he created an entire online dating app called The Right Stuff to help him find a conservative girlfriend. Then the app turns out to be an epic failure with only like 5,000 users nationwide, and most of those are dudes born before 1965. Honestly, he probably would have had better luck meeting somebody at the family reunion, though he probably tried that and it didn't work out, which is why he went the app route. Anyway, when that dude makes the argument that if you can't find love because God is protecting other people from you, it's kind of hard to argue with that logic. I mean, that might honestly be the best argument for God that I've ever heard. Anyway, since he's still struggling to get Sieg Heil Hinge off the ground and he hasn't been able to fill that need for human connection with somebody he met on plentyofascists.com, he's found a new niche, where now he just plagiarizes cringy one-liners he stole from boomer Facebook group memes and recites them on TikTok while putting stuff in his mouth. Kind of like this.
Ladies, if your date shows up wearing a mask in 2024, I think you both need to start seeing other men.
He's got an entire TikTok of just that kind of cringy shit. A lot of it trying to put down other people's masculinity, which is kind of ironic coming from a guy who clearly spends more time on his hair and makeup than RuPaul. Also, this dude's 33 years old. Him and I are the same age. Honestly, knowing that makes me appreciate him putting himself out on the internet a lot more. It's like I'm starting to feel some of the early effects of aging, like the thinning hair and a stray gray every once in a while. But now knowing that him and I are the same age, I feel way better about myself. McEntee looks like if a midlife crisis was a person. He looks like he's trying to look like Ryan Seacrest because he believes that's probably what Caitlyn Bennett would be into, but he just can't quite pull it off because Ryan Seacrest looks 20 years younger than him. Ryan Seacrest is 50. But all jokes aside, don't get too down about the fact that you'll probably die alone, John. At least you'll always have Johnson & Johnson to keep you company. And if any of you think I was a little too hard on MrChristofascistMingle.com here, I want to leave you with these words of wisdom.
As if making fun of people isn't free too.
Ta-ta.